So we've covered the heart and mission of a small group leader. We've looked at the seasons and structure of life-giving small groups. And I thought I'd take a moment just to share with you a few best practices when it comes to leading a small group. And I would start simply with prayer. At the end of the day, you want to saturate your small group in prayer. You want to bring people who are in your small group home to God in prayer, but you also want to lead a small group out of being with God. And so I believe a life-giving small group is ultimately because the leader understands the privilege and priority of prayer. So I would encourage you first and foremost to take time and to consistently pray for your group. Send them a text message and say, how can I pray for you this week? Saturate your group with prayer. Also, a few just simple best practices is on Sunday gatherings, sit together. It's always an encouraging thing to see each other, to worship God through singing, to receive God's word, and to respond to God's word together. I'm telling you that builds a greater sense of chemistry and joy in your small group. Look for opportunities to serve. 3 times a year, we do these serve days. We call them Love Where You Live. And your small group can adopt an area to make a difference and serve together. And groups that serve together not only grow closer together, but they're able to make a difference together. Also, whenever we have these journeys, so in January as well as in August, we're doing these 21 days with God journey. I can't think of a better thing to lead your small group through. And speaking of leading your small group through something as a best practice, we do Discover Your One Word, which starts in January. But we ask people throughout the year, what is the word that God's placing on your heart that most captures who He's calling you to become in this next year? And here's the wonderful thing as a small group leader. When you know someone's word, you know how God is working in their life. You know how to pray strategically and how to encourage intentionally. And so as a group, no matter what season and when you start, simply ask your group, what is your word? So these are a few best practices. Now, I know there's an important question that I haven't addressed, which is, what do you do with EGR people? Extra grace required? Like it's a difficult season and you're having a hard time with chemistry with them? Well, I want to remind you, you can honor everyone. So seek to honor, and where there's a breakthrough in honor, there's a breakthrough of blessing. You may want to take time and talk to the person outside the group. One of the best ways we honor difficult people is outside of the group in a private conversation. You may want to share with them something like, I just want to check and see how you're doing because I've noticed you keep showing up late. Or it seems like you're talking over other people, or whatever the case may be. And also remember, not every group, it's the right fit. And so this is one of the reasons why seasons are so important. Because after 3 months, you may go, I just don't think this is going to be the best fit for everyone, and we're going to take some time off. And that's totally understandable because chemistry is so important in the longevity of any group. But whatever the case may be, love people well, honor them well, always seek to create space and a bigger table for them. So those are a few best practices. Those are a few ideas when it comes to dealing with extra grace required people. And thank you again for leading a small group at our church.